Okay, so on the next page, starting with 14, it says that we are going to find the mean, median, mode, range, and so on when applicable round to 3 decimal places. So to do this, the easiest way is to go in and use your calculator. I've pulled up another review here that has our numbers listed so we can see them on the same screen. So again, this is back to numbers 11 through 16. This is how your page continues in case if you're confused. Okay, so back to our data set. What we're going to do is enter the list. So we're going to hit Stat. Our lists are in Edit. Okay, I'm going to clear my list, all these numbers in here, by highlighting the list name. Then I'm going to hit Clear, followed by Enter. Okay, it erases those numbers. It doesn't matter that I have numbers in list 2. I'll get rid of them anyways. Whatever. Doesn't make a difference. So now I'm going to enter my numbers. 31, 31, 40, 26, 42, 27, 25, and so on. Again, what is extremely important is that you do not make a mistake, and that you go back, and that you double check or triple check your answers. Okay, one number off and you're going to get quite a few of your calculations incorrect. Okay, so 23. Now notice, I know that my sample size is 25. The last number I entered should have a 25 in the parentheses, meaning it's the 25th data entry. So I'm going to go back through, double check. 23, 40, 42, 25, 29, 22, 25, 28, 21, 26, 30, 31, 31, 26, 25, 29, 27, 41, 25, 27, 42, 26, 40, 31, 31. Okay, so again, double check, triple check, quadruple check all of your numbers, make sure that they are correct. Okay, now once your numbers are entered, you're going to hit the Stat key, you're going to scroll to Calculate. You want the one variable statistics on your screen. If this does not appear, this actual screen, and it appears where there's like 3 different lines, it means that your Stat Wizard is on. Again, you want to turn it off. So you're going to go into Mode, scroll down here it says Next, keep arrowing down. Where it says Stat Wizards, arrow over to the off and hit Enter. This way that we're all entering it in the same way. If you keep it on, it's not going to do anything extra special for you. Just the entry looks different. Okay, so Stat, Calculate, and then hit 1 or Enter for one variable stats. Okay, now I can enter in the list name by hitting second and the number 1, or if I'm in list 1, the calculator defaults to list 1, so I'm just going to hit Enter. So here's our information. Okay, my mean is 29.72. Okay, the median, we don't see it, but I'm going to scroll down. MED here in the calculator is 28. I'll write down what they are in the calculator right next to it. You can use that as a reference. The mode we're going to go back to. Okay, the mid-range. This we have to calculate. This is our maximum plus our minimum divided by 2. So let's see. My maximum is 42. My minimum is 21. We're going to divide that by 2. We get 31.5. Okay. The range is your maximum minus your minimum. So we're going to do 42 minus 21 to get 21. Okay, standard deviation and variance. Well, this doesn't indicate if it's a population or a sample. So how do I know if I'm using the SX or the sigma X? If you look back at 11 through 16, okay, so let's take a look. It says, consider the following raw data, which is a result of selecting a random sample. So now I know I have sample. Okay, so my standard deviation in the calculator is SX. Variance, again, is going to be the square. Okay, so rounding this to 3 decimal places, we get 6.380. The one thing that we don't want to do is square the 6.38. Okay, that won't be enough. We have to square this entire number. You can write it all down, retype it in your calculator, and then square it. Or you hit the variables key, go to the statistics menu, select the standard deviation, and square it. The calculator is going to automatically pull from the last standard deviation the one variable statistics calculated. Okay, so you do have to run the one variable statistics first before you calculate your variance. Okay, now the mode. We could go back to our data set and try to identify the mode, but one thing that we can do is go to Stat and sort A. We have to enter in the list name by hitting second and the number 1. The calculator isn't going to default to any list here. So now the calculator says done. It means it's completed the task we told it. So if we go back to our list, Stat, and Edit, we can scroll down and we can look for repetition. There are 4 25s, 4 31s. So I'm going to write that down. 25, 31. Each repeat 4 times. Oh, and that is the most that any numbers repeat themselves. So 25 and 31 are both modes. Okay. 15. Constructing a box plot for the data set. Okay, again, it's a display of data. So we need a title. This represented insurance claims. We need a number line. My number line, I'm going to go by 5s. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. These happen to be the lower limits, but you don't have to use the lower limits. Okay? You can go by 2s if you wanted to. You could go by 10s if you wanted to. There's no rule here as long as we include our minimum, include our maximum, and use equal increments. Okay? Our numbers here represent claims per day, just as these numbers did in our histogram. Now our 5-number summary is back in our calculator. If I hit Stat, calculate my one variable statistics, we have to scroll down for it. My minimum is the first thing that we plot, and that's 21. Q1 is next, that's 25. My median, 28. Q3 is 31. And our maximum is out here at 42. So here's our box plot. Now from this, we can see that there's more variability in our stretch from 31 to 42. There's, because it elongates to the right, it's skewed to the right. Again, there's more variability in this section. We could probably assume that 42 and maybe another number out here without looking at the data set is an outlier. Okay, so now using our box plot, we're going to answer questions about percentiles. So in 16 it says, what percentile did 25 claims fall in? So 25, we look below for percentile. There's one piece below it. Remember, there's 25% in each piece of a box plot. So there's 25% below 25. So it's the 25th percentile. Okay, or you can use the notation, a capital P with a sub 25. Okay, 31 claims. This is our Q3. There are 1, 2, 3 pieces below. 25% plus 25% plus 25% is 75%. So it is the 75th percentile, or you can write P with a sub 75. 28 claims. 28 is here. That's our median. 50%. 25 plus 25 is below, so it is the 50th percentile. Or P with a sub 50. And then 42, everything is equal to or below it, so it is the 100th percentile. Or again, we can use our notation.